another lock here. We've got the Premier Baseball Association again, and we are going to be previewing the AL Eastern Division today. We've got Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Long Island, and Baltimore as our 5 teams here. And we're just going to go through them one by one here, like 5 minutes maybe each. Take a look at what they have here and what their roster looks like. So without further ado, let's go ahead to Boston Reveres. All right. So, oops. All right. So start here. I'm looking through 3. Finley Baker. Dong D looks like he might be a solid player. He's a corner outfielder, probably best at left. Good stealing ability, but absolutely no speed. That's interesting. Right. Dale. Taro could be alright. Dixon, Collins. So okay. Nothing here really screams at me actually. Let's look at another plus defender at shortstop. The incredible amount of defense that I feel that this generation, could be a better third baseman. That's interesting. Is that a 60 or 55 right there? Interesting. All right, let's look at the rotation here for Boston. I'm hoping it's a lot better. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. So Jim Laurie, I'm going to guess he was their first round pick. Isco, Semena. Pretty old. Faith Mara. So, okay. Not a lot of stamina on a couple of these pitchers either, so that'll be interesting. Let's take a look at Jim here. He must have been 36th overall pick. Okay, so I like Jim a lot. Let's put him on the Cy Young watch list here. I like him a lot. The combination of HRA and control. I know a lot of people swear by movement, and movement does matter quite a bit, but I like to have higher control with the movement. I just think it makes for more consistency. All right, let's go back here. See, is there anyone? We can look at Isco, I guess. Fragile, 38 years old, 6th round pick. I mean, he's okay. HRA is plus control movement, so he could. I mean, he's not going to win a Cy Young, but he could win 12 to 15 games this year. Let's go ahead and look then at the bullpen here for Boston. Fang Ma looks pretty solid. So the 3rd round pick, I think that's the highest we've seen used on a bullpen arm so far. Wow. Low adaptability, work ethic, and intelligence. Not the stats I want to see low in anybody. Any player. Especially a dumb closer. I'm not sure that that's what I would really like. He looks alright. It'd be interesting to see if those personality traits play out. Specifically, you're not adopt for. Not really anyone else digging deep into here. It just looks like kind of like what we've seen with every bullpen here. Maybe it looks like maybe some teams have maybe 3. They have maybe 2 really good bullpen arms. So yeah, there is Boston. There's Boston. And next. All right, let's go ahead and look at the New York Empire. There we go. Let's go ahead and look at the New York Empire. So, Cole Sly, shortstop. Okay, so Another good defensive shortstop. He's maybe not be plus plus, but that's still pretty solid defense. Oh wow. Are both young too? Oh wow, 26, 24, damn. 28. Mushin. Wow. They have wow, that's a pretty solid lineup. I'm curious to see where it drops off here. Wow. Not a with all the other players they have, this I mean, Arnes Zemanek is wow, not bad. And he's the DH. Wow. Are they just gonna not have any pitching? That would be my guess. So let's take a look here at Cole Sly. Um, yeah, it's too bad his error is lower. He could be a lot better defender. I would probably keep. I'm curious to see what else they have because he could be really good at second base too. But it's not. Yeah, it's nice to see he can get to be plus defense, almost plus plus. Um, nice. Yeah, he's so 67. So two more years after this one. Let's look at Parvise Sarban's, the right fielder, like his personality. Yeah, I think he's gonna. I like the makeup overall of him. I, little more power would be nice and right, but I think with the rest of his makeup, that power is gonna be really. I think that power is gonna be really seem like a lot more than just above average power. Um, let's see, Mushan, I think, is the last one. Oh, yeah, he's and he's a incredible first baseman. Let's go ahead and add him to MVP watch list here. I'm curious. I'm hopeful that as we go through this, that whoever the MVP or Cy Youngs end up being on the watch list, yeah, it's quite the shame if not. So, but yeah, Mushin looks like he's the 13th pick. So that's I mean, yeah, really solid player. It looks like he can age into a corner outfield spot, and even right now, having the ability to play a little bit of center field if needed. I wouldn't really count on much, but in game, flexibility that you'd like to have. Not sure he's going to steal out of bases, but yeah, this avoiding Ks is a lot higher than sometimes we see with players with such high power. So I think he's definitely got a shot to be one of the better players. And they've got his control for a long time here at 28, as long as he doesn't drop off. All right, so let's go ahead here. Was there anyone else? Yeah, let's look at cleanup. Let's look at Parwanto. So I think this is probably the spot where they could upgrade just a little bit with some meaningful upgrade because the top three of their lineup is going to do some damage. Yeah, I think the 4 or 5, depending where Arnost ends up batting, it really could mean a lot for them. So let's go ahead and look at the rotation. I guess we're just going to look at Young Q here. Okay, I would be fine. I don't think a lot of people would love this pitcher. If he wasn't fragile, I'd be a lot more happier with him. But a mid rotation, I would definitely be fine having this guy. My first starting pitcher, that's a little bit concerning. But I would be fine with this with the HRA and the control being fine. The movement's a little less than I think people would like, but I would find that would be fine with the 70 control and the 5 pitches. I wish that sinker was just a little bit better, but 5 pitches is going to make him be able to use that stamina. I'm a little afraid what we're going to find here next. Okay, they're young. Everyone's kind of younger. Okay. Where's the drop off? Okay, so here's the drop off. they could, yeah, I mean, oof. Yeah, the drop off is just yikes at the end here. So they really could use to upgrade. I mean, if they're New York and if New York's going to act anything like New York does in uh, typical world fashion, I would hope to see them increase the spending here on this rotation and get someone else in here. 'Cause like I said, I like Youngki, but just not at number one. Not number one at all. Maybe 3 or 4, I'd be really happy with him. All right, let's go ahead and look at the bullpen here. Might be the worst one we've seen so far. Um, Louis Galliford is okay. He'll be an ad. He'll be a solid closer. Really sure there's anything else. Yeah, he doesn't have enough, isn't it? I was wondering if maybe if we could get his stamina bumped up a little bit, but he definitely can't be a starter with those 2 pitches. Um, yeah, so nothing else really to write home about here in New York. They have a great lineup, and it'll be interesting to see come trade deadline what they look to add because I would really hope that they would look to add something to their rotation because they're gonna have the money to spend and they could really use an upgrade. Even 2 pitchers. Bullpen arm would be nice, but two pitchers is really what I'd like to see them add mostly. All right, let's head back and we will get ready to take a look at Philadelphia. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at Philadelphia. Come on. There we go. All right, so let's see who. Oh, all right. We start off right off the bat. Old or bad, not good at defense. Ooh, at first base, that makes me worried that other defense is not going to be good here. Oh, okay. So proven wrong on the next player. Oh wow, Ranjith. Yeah. Wow. So he's a corner outfielder for sure, but he's going on the MVP watch list, I think here. This is yeah, wow, I really like his I had a player similar to this, maybe just a little bit less power, but just had a great career in one of my 25 saves. So I really want to see how he develops. So he was the 17th overall pick. He is a plus defender, so that's nice. Really not a concern on the base paths, though. Oh, Ifwork Benthami, okay. So how? Oh wow, they've got some younger guys here. Then it's another. Oh, look at those personality. Ifwork lacks something in the loyalty department. Lacks drive. Is a slow learner. Wears out his welcome with others quickly. That's fun. We're definitely shortlisting. And yeah. Oh wow, yeah, great personality he's got there. So, all right, looks like his center field. He's average defender. So, all right. Mm. Why is he not playing first baseman and he not DH if his defense is versus 55? Interesting. All right, so Tibor Siribenio, solid player. He could pop and have some really good years for sure. Um, I'd still have him at first base. Okay. Wow, another plus. Wow, another really good defensive shortstop. This league has just auto-generated league, and I didn't really change anything except I bumped up like some prospect generation after the creation of it for drafts by like 2 or 5%. since the idea is that this is the only sport left, so there's probably a little bit more talent out there overall, was kind of the thought process. But yeah, I didn't do it pre-generation of the league. I didn't bump anything up. Look at their, okay. It's interesting. Philly seemed to go younger overall on the players that mattered. Okay, this looks like this is an okay staff. I like this staff so far. I think this is one of the better staffs that I mean, at the end, it's not as great, but let's go ahead and look. So third overall, about 97th pick, Bronissard Razak. Yeah, I think he should be a solid pitcher. Maybe not quite as much stamina as you'd like from someone. I'm not sure he's going to be a perennial Cy Young candidate, but he's definitely going to be a 12, 15 game a year winner easy, especially with the offense they put in front of him. Gildas Dilogu, wish that slider was just a little bit better. And this is a guy just like last. I would rather see him maybe third or fourth, not first or second in my rotation, but not the worst. Fifth round pick. I'm really curious when we go through that because I would not. I'm curious to see when we go through the inaugural draft, kind of round by round, what was available. Because I'm saying things I don't know otherwise. I do, other than the fragileness, other than the fact that, Harsha's, I mean, he might win 10 games. He might lose 12 games. It just really depends. In my mind, it just really depends. Well, he's the only lefty. So, but yeah, is anyone else worth... I mean, he's younger at 25, but has basically hit his potential. So, I don't know if you're able to bump up any of his to 60, maybe he's a mid-rotation starter, but maybe I'll feel differently as I get through all the teams and we see what actually is out there. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking right now that the end of these rotations don't really seem great, especially as always at least one, if not two bad pitchers, like just average Joes at the end. All right, let's go ahead and look at the bullpen. Armando Burgos, Kubera Bandahu Nachianta. Whew. I like him. He could definitely be a lot of times it's not always the closers that win the relief pitcher awards. I really like the makeup there. Let's look at Burgos. Yeah, 280 pitches. That's your pretty average of what you're expecting out of your closer. Fine, another fine setup, man. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, nothing really else to talk about there in the Philadelphia roster. I do really like I really do like. And how does... See, they've got they've got some really good defense too. So maybe that will help a little bit of the underachieving pitching they have. Wow. Two really good guys that can play shortstop. So they definitely have some options in what they can do on the infield if they want. So yeah. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next team. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the Long Island Souls. So these names. Henrik Falkenberg. That another prime defensive shortstop. Definitely want this guy. As I was wondering, definitely want him at shortstop. Damn. I'm starting to wonder if they have really good pitchers here. Bryant Haney is solid. He's your typical power hitting strikeout machine, though. So definitely could lead the league in home runs. Definitely has the possibility for that. I'll span. Whoa. Okay. This might be the third round. So I have Jeffrey. This might be the highest catcher we've seen taken. Solid position defense. So that's good. Bat is above average everywhere. It'd be interesting at 30 years to see. I was not sure I would draft a 30-year-old catcher no matter how good he was. That high, but interesting. I'm wondering if they're gonna have a good pitching staff here then, because fifth round pick of Beppe Beltaramete, solid center fielder. Kind of has a lot of different tools there. He's, maybe power being one of his smallest tools, and it's still above average. So that's, yeah, I like him, but I'm okay. There we go, Ryan Rowan. Okay, it kind of dropped off quick there. I'm guessing he was the 12th overall pick. Ooh, 3 pitches. I'd like to see 4. I think you're going to be a Cy Young pitcher year in and year out. But Ryan, I'll put him on the list. We'll put him on the list. You want to look at one. Again, 3 pitches. $20 million. He's, yeah. Okay, well. It's all right. Ground ball pitcher, so that's solid. Jan. I would be, again, Jan as a 3rd or 4th pitcher, I'm fine with. I like Jan. Maybe I should make a list that 3rd or 4th pitchers that I like. No. Okay. I'm not sure there's anyone else there to look at. We can look at the bullpen. Perez, Abud, Sakankov. Again, typical relievers. It's very interesting that the game generated just tons of very typical relievers. In terms of just 2 pitches, 2 pitches, 2 pitches, 2 pitches, 2 pitches. Everyone 2 pitches. Just have not seen a lot of 3-4 pitch, a little bit of stamina. Oh, maybe you can work you into a starter. All right, well, there you go. Long Island Souls. Let's head back and finish off the East. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the Baltimore Firsts. And one thing I do anticipate doing a video on all of the team names and where they came from, because there is a little bit of thought behind, a little bit more than a little bit of thought behind them. So maybe there are some that you recognize. Go ahead and guess if you want. But yeah, so Baltimore Firsts, the final team here in our American League Eastern Division. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Okay. Let's look at Zach Bryan. You know what? Zach, you can go on the MVP list. MVP watch list. Not a good defender, but I mean, all right, if you're gonna play him somewhere, pay him in left field, right? Right. Oh, are we gonna put 2? I think we're gonna put 2 from the same team for the first time on the watch list. It'll be interesting to look at the watch list when we get done and see who is on what. How many teams have different people on different lists too? That'll be interesting. Yeah, so okay, defender. Nothing crazy. Lots of positions though. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. Are we gonna add a third? I think we might just we'll just do it. We'll add the third. I mean, I've got to say that Baltimore has got to be my team to beat in this division, then, right? We've already added 3 different people to the MVP watch list. So, let's see. Is there anyone else really to? No one else. Okay, so this might be one of our worst defenders we've seen at shortstop so far, and we've still got a plus defender. So that's kind of crazy to see how many good fielding shortstops there are. All right, let's go ahead and look at the pitching staff, starting rotation here in Baltimore. Not super impressed at the moment. Let's see here. 3 pitches. I mean, again, I maybe as a second or third pitcher, not really as someone I want to see as my. I'm probably going to get disagreement, but Vitali, I don't mind Vitali. Again, if he's your second or third pitcher, again, fragile. Don't really like the fragileness, but other than that, yeah, there's just not a lot to really like in their rotation. They got one lefty, it looks like. I wish he had more control. Or if that control was 60, I would really like him in the third spot. But, well, personality's not great. Often makes stupid mistakes. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the bullpen. See if anybody's really, and again, we're just getting lots of really typical bullpen arms. Yeah, just pretty much regular bullpen arms. So not really anything else to write home about there. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the division here as a whole. All right, so yeah, as we're looking at the Eastern Division here roundup, I think I'm gonna go Baltimore, New York, Philadelphia, Long Island, Boston, and I just as we were looking at Baltimore there, I just think their offense is gonna carry them. It'll be interesting to see if the pitching rotation just gets shelled and it doesn't matter. But yep, I'm going with Baltimore, and I would probably go Probably, I don't know. We haven't seen the rest of the teams, so let's just go Baltimore. Baltimore to win there. Yeah. So we got through the East. Thanks for stopping by. And next, we're going to look forward to looking through the AL South, a Southern Division.